I love the coffee. I love the coffee. Maybe I'll add a. I'm not asking for any money, but maybe I'll just add a tip jar because I know I seen this app where you could uh, buy me a coffee app, and people can actually buy you a coffee for like $1 or whatever. They can like donate to buy you a coffee. So maybe I'll add that in here soon. I'm always drinking coffee, and besides, someone already asked me, how do they donate to my channel? I'm like, I'm not really asking for anything, but maybe I'll just do that, and you can just buy me a coffee. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, AMC. Now, I made this prediction in November. As you all know, I made a prediction that AMC was most likely going to squeeze in April, and we were on track to do that until this this war special operations started, and it threw everything off. It really threw everything out of cycle, even the whole market. So we were really on track to get to those numbers, and you guys seen that when January and February came around. Um, but I made this other prediction, right? And let me say that since everything's going on, so everything's delayed. So the squeeze, my prediction is delayed. I don't know how far delayed it is. It may be delayed for 1 month. It may be delayed for 2 months. I don't know. But it's delayed, and we were on track. But anyway, so since we've been here talking, AMC is actually shot down quite a bit from 1013 to 1005. Do I think we're going to end up in the nines today? I feel like the market's going to recover a little bit, but if it's going to do like it's been doing and it heads down, we're definitely going to be at 950 easily. We can easily go there, but we'll see when the market open up. Okay, back to my prediction. Now, AMC, Tesla's down, Robinhood's down, and these are some stocks that I invest in. Like, I know people don't like Robinhood, but let me say this. There's a lot of apps and brokerage companies. When GameStop did its squeeze, they stopped people from buying, when they stopped people from selling, and they took away the button so people can do that. And it wasn't just only Robinhood, okay? Now, Robinhood is very user friendly. They may not have the best charts or certain things that other apps have, and they do the pay per order flow like a lot of apps do. But I'm not going to keep moving my shares around because people say, do this, switch over to Public, switch over to this, switch over to this, go to Fidelity. My thinking is, why not have all of those and not have a reason why you should have all of those? Because if one goes down, you have some shares, say AMC, you have some shares on Robinhood, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Public, and all those other ones. If one will still allow you to buy and sell and the other one shut down, you will be getting some money from somewhere, okay? That's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket, per se, like all in one app. So have multiple apps and spread them around, and don't keep like transferring your shares out of from one brokerage to another. It's ridiculous. Like, you don't need to do that because everyone else does it doesn't mean that you need to do it. Okay. You make your own decision, decide what you want to do. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, the chart that I made. This is a prediction I made along with the price prediction. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this chart right here. This is a chart that I made. Hold on, I need to shrink this down some. Okay, this is the chart that I made, and I wrote down here, I put down here squeeze point, right? Now, of course, the squeeze is delayed. At this point where I have this line at, this is where I said I think AMC is going to go before the squeeze happens, between 9 and 12. And, well, there's a thumbnail. But guess what? Right now, we're at open. We're at 10. So we're in between that bracket that I set up. Do I think we can go lower? Yes, AMC can go lower. It's very possible it can go lower. Can it go to $1? Yes, it's possible it can go to $1. Can it go below $1? Yes, it can go below $1. It can go to cents. But do you think AMC is going to squeeze? Do I think it's going to squeeze? I think it's going to squeeze, but not to the high potentials that everyone is thinking, because they are not going to allow it. They're not going to let that happen. You'll be very lucky. This is just my thought. We will be very lucky if AMC gets to $800 to $1,000. I don't know of any squeeze that went above that amount of money. Went above $1,000. Not that I know of. If you know a squeeze that happened and the share shot up that much, let me know. Leave a comment. But I don't think they're gonna allow that. You have to think, if we all know this is manipulated and been shorted so many times, and then there's all these fake shares out there, synthetic shares, and we know this. They know this. They already know this. It's nothing new for them. They already know this. It's new for us because we got into this movement and we brought it up. So it's new for us to know this. They already know it, and they're not gonna do anything about it. For one, the only time you hear about AMC or any stock information is on CNBC or any of those stock news channels, right? Now, the only people that watch those stations are people that's into stocks. The average person don't go to those stations. When something happens in the market, if the market is kind of crashing, you may see it venture off and go to the mainstream news where everybody in the world can see it. They're not showing anything about the manipulation of AMC and GameStop and all these other stocks. They're not showing it on the mainstream news. Okay? And most people watch the mainstream news. Some people don't even go to the news and watch TV anymore. Some people are just using their phone. It needs to get to that point to where everyone, even new people, come into the market and start buying. When it gets to that point, then I think that's when something's going to happen. That's when I think the government and everyone's going to get involved, because they're going to have to move. When they already know this is happening, they're just not stepping up and doing anything. Excuse me. When it gets to that point, like I said, on mainstream news, and everybody starts jumping in, even the new people start getting onto stocks, that's when things is really going to happen. But like I said, I showed you, I have this chart, and we're already at this point, right? This is when the squeeze happened last time. So I do believe we need to get back to that point. And if we go below and get to $1, am I going to buy some more shares? I mean, I've bought a lot of shares, and I sold a lot of shares. And I sold a lot of my shares when we went down to 27, 28. I sold all of them because I knew the direction it was going. I still have a small portion on another app, and it's just sitting there. I kind of forgot about them, but they're sitting there. But overall, do I have a lot of shares on these other apps? No, I sold majority of my shares. I sold all my shares on AMC because I knew where we was going. On TD Ameritrade, I sold all those shares. So I only hold a very small portion that I'm just got on the back burner. Okay, in case something happened when I don't have a bunch of shares right now. But I do believe when we get to this point, a lot of things are going to start happening, especially when we get to 9. If we get down, like I said, if we get down to $1, which everyone is saying this, which I don't think it'll get to $1. We've been very close to $1 before. AMC has been very close to $1. AMC's been around $2 and some change once before. And it'd be very easy to get back to that point. If it gets to that point, do you not think it's going to squeeze? Yes, it will most likely do something, because some people are probably going to buy into that, especially if AMC is still doing well as far as movies and the theaters and everything going on. Yes, AMC does have a lot of debt that they need to pay, and just because they're making money on these blockbuster movies and all these hit movies, they made all this money off the movies. That amount of money they make off the movies is not going to really change the stock price at all, because AMC is in debt. They're going to use most likely they're going to use some of that money to pay off their debt. Then they're going to use some of that money probably to buy up something else outside of AMC company to put their money in a safe spot, and invest a small portion back into the company to try to make AMC better somehow. I don't know. They tried a popcorn thing, which I think is kind of, I don't know. Popcorn's already high there, so you having a home delivery popcorn service, a lot of people don't buy popcorn. People will order a pizza before they buy a popcorn. So AMC really needs to come up with something else. And if AMC gets back to the point to where they in bankruptcy again or about to shut down some stuff, then what? Where is everyone going to be at? When the squeeze happen, think about when the squeeze happen, what is everyone going to do? The people that call themselves apes, what are they going to do after the squeeze? They're not going to be there. Plain and simple. They're not going to be there. There may be some supporters of, yes, I'm a true supporter of AMC. Even after the squeeze, I'm going to stay there. But it's a very, very small percentage, because most of the people are here to make money. They're in the stocks to make money. And that's what they see is money. And this is the reality of it. But this is my chart. I made this chart. Let me show you real quick. Let me go to details. I'll show you when I made this. March. I edited chart in March, but I made my decision back in November and December. But I made this chart to show people. And this is when I modified the actual screenshot on March 7th. So you see that. That's when I made this prediction. Or that's when I made the chart. But that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. I'm about to finish my break and go back, and let's see what the market do. And hopefully this market turns around, but I don't know. Everything's going on in the world. The whole market is really dropping down a lot. And for me, when everything's bleeding, the wolves will come and they will grab it all up before you get your piece. So keep that in mind. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you some things I do. So make sure you do your own research and all that. And if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe and hit the bell. And when that bell opens up, hit all, okay? It lets you know when I upload a video. That'll help me out too. And share the video if you want to. I got a lot of videos on here, so share them. All right, guys, take care. That's it for this video. Peace.